The world is increasingly becoming a world where those who are in control are controlling us by our own demise. They can currently organize the planet simply because we give them the power to do so by our own complacency and inaction. They maintain control of us by tapping into our own fears, self-promises, and/or aspirations. Whether it is a worldwide consortium, individuals, loosely organized groups, cooperation between factions, or something not listed here, they can give us an enemy in order to divert our attention from the true actions, motivations, or goals. They manipulate us to fight among ourselves over ideologies, resources, the illusions of survivability, and the advancement of survivability, which is, in the end, more for their own benefit. They can also use wars, conflicts, hatreds, oppressions, and fears that are centuries old for their own advancement, simply maintained because we were born and raised to be preconditioned into them. Those in control pull our own strings and we dance like puppets. And all along, they tempt us with false rewards or praise. Political, financial, economic, religious, cultural, and various other instruments are but a few of the means used to encourage us to fight among ourselves. We fight over scraps left by those who manipulate the foundations of society for their own greed, advancement, or other gain, all at the expense of ourselves. The point is this: global networks, organizations, and conglomerates already exist on many sides. Thus, the foundations of globalization have already been laid. The final outcomes of who, what, when, where, why, and how are still in their infancy. With our current transportation, communications, technology, interdependence, abilities, and overall world networks for the exchange of physical and non-physical, world globalization in some ways and on some level is unavoidable, and already done. With the globalization efforts already underway, we must not forget the adages, sink or swim, and do it or someone else will. As long as we fight among ourselves for what little scraps are left available to us, instead of unifying and fighting for what we deserve, we will always be taken advantage of. You do not have to believe anything I say. However, there are those now globalizing our planet who may not have all of our best interests in mind. At the very least, we need to be aware of those who have global influence and/or world power and who are not accountable to the general population of their nation or culture, or even other general population for that matter. They often do not recognize or are able to circumvent national borders and cultural boundaries. The current governmental or cultural systems are unable to curtail their efforts of furthering their personal agenda or that of their groups more than that of the world community at large, and often even at a loss to the world community. In some instances, they are encouraged or aided by the current governmental or cultural systems wherein they live or operate. Often, current national and cultural interests are sacrificed for the personal gain or short-term benefit of someone else. Unfortunately, this will only create weakness in the long run. The question is, will we finally recognize this and have the courage to take action before the damage is irreversible? To help me continue, please consider a like, subscription to this channel, download of my free ebook or articles, or visit my website or social media channels. Thank you.